They rejected the offer? How can that be? We spent so much time with the candidate. We sold our company to them. We put together an outstanding offer. How did they reject this offer? We've all been there. I own a small firm. I've been there. Anybody that has been part of an interview or hiring process has lost the candidate. And it stings. It hurts. It's frustrating. It's demoralizing. It's depressing. It's all these negative emotions come up when you, as a firm or an organization or even as a person, have spent a great deal of time with a candidate, building trust, sharing ideas, only to have that candidate reject the offer. So, what are you doing wrong? There are 3 things that I think every firm can do to improve their likelihood of getting candidates to accept an offer. So today in this Design and Dialogue, I'm going to go over the 3 things you're probably doing wrong that are causing candidates to take other opportunities, or at least not take yours. What is the first one? The first one is your process takes too long. Think about your interview process. Think about the process of application into your organization. What does that candidate have to do? What is that candidate's experience like? Once they get through that, what is it like to come in? What is it like to meet with different team members? What is that process like? How much time between a first interview and a second interview and a final interview are there? Are there more than 3 interviews? I hope there's not. But if there are, why are there so many interviews? Think about your process. And if it's taking too long and too much time between interviews or too much time to get candidate feedback back to the candidate and move the candidate forward, the candidate is going to read that as not being interested in them. And they're going to look for greener pastures. So the first thing you're probably doing wrong is that your interview process just takes too long. So sit down, think about what it's like to interview somebody. Is it willy-nilly? Is it different every time? Oh, Sarah wanted to be involved and now we're going to get Sarah involved, and Jack said he knew this person from somewhere back, so we want to have them talk to Jack. Is it kind of piecemeal, or does your firm have an organized effort towards interviewing and what that process is going to be? I will guarantee you, if you can put together a concise, professional process for getting candidates through the application and interview process to offer and negotiation in a 2-week time frame, you're going to win the day. 2 weeks is probably the time frame that you want to get things done and wrapped up. Anything longer might need a pretty big excuse, like it's spring break, everybody's on vacation, or what have you. So think about it. How long was your last process for somebody that interviewed? Did it take more than 2 weeks? If so, it's time to rethink what that process is. The second reason that your candidates that you offer are not accepting the offer are you're not able to get your candidate excited. You're not able to speak to what your firm is about in a clear and concise way. Maybe you're just asking too many questions of them. Maybe you're not explaining the fun things that you do as a firm. Maybe you're not even explaining the duties and responsibilities of the job in a clear and concise way. But for whatever reason, you and your interview team are not doing a good job of getting the candidate excited about your opportunity. And I would encourage you to think about what you're saying in an interview. How do you talk about it? I would sit down with maybe team members and say, okay, you be the candidate, I'm going to be the interviewer, and I'm going to talk through why this is the best job for you. Brainstorm what that's going to be. Build bullet points around that and make sure those bullet points are hit in every interview a candidate has. It generates the excitement, it clarifies the role, and it helps ensure that when it comes time for a candidate to make a decision, they have all the answers they need, and the likelihood of that offer being accepted is increased by 75%, I guarantee it. The last reason that the candidate is not accepting your offer is because you and your firm are stuck in analysis paralysis. You are not aware of what a good candidate looks like. You've not defined what a good candidate for your firm is, in X and Y and Z, and so you don't recognize it in the candidate when it's presented to you. So this one's a little complex, but it's one that is probably the most important. If your firm does not have a profile, an understanding beyond 5 years experience, understands these computer technologies, has done X, Y, and Z, but really what makes a good long-term employee, things like curiosity, entrepreneurial spirit, those types of things need to be not only identified, but there needs to be an understanding of how to recognize it when it's presented to you by the candidate. Now, I'll say that again. It is important not only to understand the soft skills and the emotional intelligence skills that you need in your organization, but you must have the wherewithal to recognize it when it's delivered to you by a candidate. If you can't do this, you're going to get stuck. Oh, they didn't do this, or Sarah didn't like that, or spinning about what the right candidate looks like because you have no definition of what the right candidate is. And because you don't, that candidate's got to get that sense and take another opportunity. So, look, it stings, it hurts, you work hard for these offers, you really build relationships with these candidates, and when they reject your offer, it can really put a cloud over your head. These 3 tips are a great place to start to get those offers accepted. I guarantee it. Look, if you have any questions about this, please send me a quick email. It's below. And always, please share this around. I think these tips don't get to all the different areas and the different eyes and ears they need to. And I know there's a lot of firms in our industry that can use this information. So share it out. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it out with some people that you think could benefit from it. That's it, everybody. I appreciate your time on today's Design and Dialogue. I'll talk to you later.